New draw. Oh. I hope this is just blue crystals. If it is, this is huge for the new players that are just starting, that have just started in the last couple weeks, which is great because no one has any resources. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, so it is both. Great, perfect. Okay, wonderful. Let's start with the limit break draw for Matt then, because this is a rerun and this will be pretty quick. Let's check the stamp card. Oh, perfect. It's on this one too. This is great. So this is the first stamp card. So we've got on the first stamp card, this is 10, 20, 40, 50, 70, 80, 100, 120. Yep, exactly what I thought. Okay, so with the panel missions giving you 80, and then the first stamp card giving you 120, that means you're getting the 200 gear medals that you need to pick one outfit. So as long as you pull on one of these banners and get to the outfit, you'll be able to get 2 outfits. That is appealing, for the record, for folks if you're trying to get one of those older outfits and you really want like the glacier armor for Zach. This is very appealing, so make sure you keep that in mind and use the power of time to your advantage, right? Pick one of these banners that works the best for your account and for what you're trying to build and your team, and then you're gonna get 2 gears instead of 1, right? We're gonna jump into the aesthetics. We've already went over Matt's banner. If you wanted like a full breakdown here, I do have that video here on YouTube, so I'm not gonna break this down super hard again, but I will tell you that this is very, very clearly Matt's best outfit in the game, and it's also Matt's best weapon in the game. And it's not very close. Deroplatys is at OB10 a 4 ATB heal that also increases your entire team's physical attack and your entire team's magic defense all at the same time. This weapon is insanely powerful. It also comes with physical attack allies and buff debuff extension, both of which are incredibly helpful for the teams that you want this on. This is an insanely good weapon. And then if it was just this, I would tell you that this is one of the best weapons in the game. And then they gave it an Asuna all slot, because of course they did. So now this is just like one of the very rare weapons that I would say is a quote unquote S plus, right? So a quote unquote S plus, because this weapon does so many things for 4 ATB, right? Most of the heals in the game are 5. Being able to do this for 4 and also increase your team's damage and increase your team's survivability and increase the duration that it lasts and increase all of their damage with the physical attack allies. This is an insanely powerful weapon, and I cannot overstate this. This is a crucial weapon if you do not have the weapon Kimura Wand on your account. If you do not have Kimura Wand, you want this weapon. You want this weapon at least 1 copy, right? And so for the newer players here, I mentioned this before, if you do not have a copy of a limit break weapon, I always recommend that you do at least 1 pull on any limit break banner, because if you get 1 copy of the weapon, even if it's a 3-star version of the weapon, you can use the character's weapon parts to upgrade it later down the road, right? If you don't have access to it, you can't upgrade it if you don't have it, right? So I always recommend doing at least 1 10 pull on every single limited banner, just to make sure that you're getting a copy of this weapon into your account, and then you can utilize your character weapon parts down the road to improve the weapon if you need to, right? This weapon in particular is very, very strong. I'm not gonna go into it much harder. Like I said, I have that video here on YouTube if you're interested in checking that out. I go into a deep dive, including the wish list, whole 9 yards. The outfit itself comes with reprieve, which means that if Matt's HP goes to 0, he immediately revives with 25% of his max HP. And then he also gets Dark Mask, which not only gives him 20% to both defenses, but it also increases his healing potency by 10%. The only thing that this is missing is like a boost to his HP, which would be asking a lot. This outfit has everything that Matt could possibly want, and then they threw on reprieve as a bonus. So this is easily Matt's best weapon. This is easily Matt's best outfit. And for the record, ever since I've pulled this outfit and pulled this weapon for Matt, I have been utilizing Matt as my attack all allies character moving forward. I have not used Kimura Wand in months because this weapon is better than Kimura Wand. The only reason why this weapon isn't like always better than Kimura Wand is that you have to cast it twice to get the full physical attack up, where Kimura Wand at OB6 does a high attack boost to your entire team. So That's the difference between the two of them. It's still incredibly strong. I still think it's much stronger than Kimura 1 personally. And if you do not have this weapon, you definitely need it. So pull at least once if you don't have a copy of it. I know if you're a newer player or if you're a player that just went all in on Anniversary like I did, you're probably hurting for resources right now. Don't go crazy on this unless you absolutely have to or want to, right? And just as a reminder, you can usually only go in on one banner a month, truthfully. So as long as you choose which banner you're going to go in on, and then you make sure you dedicate your resources to that banner, you should get the weapon and you should get the outfit before the banner ends, typically, right? Unless you get awful stamp luck like I did. But yeah, so they are including a weapon. I did see the little gear voucher here. Oh, I know why. They're just making it so that you can exchange that for ingots instead. So if you wanted to pull for more copies of Matt's weapon, but you already have his outfit like I do, that's not a dead pull for those people. That's the only reason why, which makes sense, right? That makes sense. Because at least you get 10 mithril ingots, which is not a good reward, by the way. For doing 12 stamps on a stamp card, 12 ingots, not worth it at all. They need to change that. If they was reawakened mithril, it'd be a different conversation. But yeah, 10 mithril ingots is definitely not worth the investment at that point. Like I said, in terms of the wish list, it's going to just be mostly Matt support weapons and any of the new weapons that you have available. So if you're looking for things like Shining Gloves, the Sephiroth weapons, right, anything that's new, I would just put on the wish list. Again, if you want a full deep dive, go check out my other YouTube video here on the channel. And yeah, great banner though, great banner. I'm glad they're rerunning this because this is great for new players that didn't have an opportunity to get this one, or even returning players that missed this when it came out a couple of months ago. This weapon is very, very good, and it's crucially Matt's only limit break weapon, meaning that this is the only weapon right now, as of today, that Matt would be using his weapon parts towards. So that's a really good thing because a lot of other characters like Tifa and Aerith are competing a lot of limited weapons with their weapon parts. Matt does not have that problem, right? So once you get like 1,200 of Matt's weapon parts, you can just get this weapon to OB6 from OB0 right off the rip, right? So there's a lot of power in this. Definitely worth picking up if you haven't gotten it already. If you have gotten it already, just thumbs up everybody else and tell them good luck on their pulls. Because this is absolutely necessary. Yeah, I definitely understand. At least you've got 3 weeks here, and there's going to be a couple of events, including the one that's happening this week. And next week, there's going to be a battle ranking event. Those battle ranking events have a ton of crystals. I think we usually get like 4,000 or so from the battle ranking event alone. So you'll be able to get at least one pull done on this before it ends, for sure. Because again, you only need one copy. Yeah, that's solid.